How's it going, guys, and welcome to RC Cincy. Today I got a pretty crazy one for you guys. So this did not go as planned. So this is the newest product that I received. So remember when I told you guys that I ordered 3 products? So I ordered the WL Toys, which you saw the unboxing and its first run, and then the HB Drift Returns 2, which I did the unboxing and the quick overview, but I was gonna do the run video, and I made another battery. Remember when I made the battery, it was a weird different connector where the wires were backwards in the connector. So when I twisted it up and put the battery together and plugged it up into the Drift 2, it burned the board. So that was a bummer. I ordered a new replacement for it, but I ended up doing something with that, which you guys will see depending which video I post first. And then this one. So this one was supposed to be the competitor for the Hellcat and the Jada, right? And then obviously it was supposed to be a competitor more against the Hellcat. And then once these got some mods, or maybe a humble beginning, then I was gonna get the actual comparison against each other, because honestly the Jada has mods like the battery, which gives it more power and more juice, right? And it's more geared towards drifting. And honestly, these are not, to be honest with you. So here we go. So this particular product, I bought it from Banggood. The price, once I unboxed it, I was very disappointed. So this is $39.99 on Banggood. And with shipping and taxes, it was $62. I don't know why I pulled the trigger on this. You should never pay $62 for a car like this. At most, I would say $39.99. And let me tell you the part that made me even more frustrated. So just really quickly, I'm gonna try to make this a fast video. It is 110 scale body. The box was absolutely garbage. Hold 1 second and I'll show you the box. Okay, so here is the box. It had your standard gray like package bag, and then it had another black bag this was wrapped in. That's it, no cushion, no protection. Honestly, like, I'm not exaggerating. Like this, I didn't open it. Like that came unglued and unhinged. I literally just did this and it was open. Like, yes, there was a zip tie hole in the car in there. Thank goodness the product wasn't damaged. The box is doo-doo, honestly. And to be honest with you guys, like, it lies on the box. Like, yes, it is a changeable Lexington body. It does not have front suspension. It does have rear suspension. It does not have custom high-speed tires or just basic tires. High speed performance, it's not. It's a slow car. It's a toy grade. And then super cool lights, which it blatantly lied it does not have, which I wouldn't know if I'd want to anyways, because they're like top lights inside the rim. The only thing that it did not lie about, it is a 110 scale body, which basically grants you capability of getting every one that you want. Here's all the ones you can get. Another picture, totally aligned. This is not the controller you get. So that is garbage, right? So here's the car. So let's go through the simple stuff. You get simple instructions, nothing special whatsoever. Just basic how to charge, plug up everything, how to turn stuff on, stuff like that. This is irrelevant, right? I guess if you didn't know how to do that. Then you get a simple charger. This is USB, which I love. Computer plugs to anything you want. This is how they should sell them. This is like a Tamiya connector, if I do believe. If I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Apologize if I am. This is a 6-cell, 6 for the 6 batteries, nickel cadmium, 600 milliamp, 7.2 volt battery. That's familiar. And then this really cheap toy grade controller, which you expect with a cheap toy grade car. It's all or nothing throttle, all or nothing reverse, all or nothing right, all or nothing left, all or nothing left. 2.4 gigahertz. Pop that panel, 2 AA's. Let's see if we've seen this trick before. Boop. Pops right out. Put on this side, pop it in, and then you have your good old-fashioned left-handed, which is cool. I appreciate that. But I've seen this before somewhere. We'll get to that in a second. So there's the controller. And then the car itself. Off and on switch, back suspension. This tab moves to the side. Plug up the battery. I've seen this before. The way the inside of that looks, I've seen this before. Hence, this car. I did not know that this was basically the same freaking car. Straight up. I did not know. Look at this. Look at this. So I should have paid more close attention. I didn't want to do research on it and watch videos and stuff because I wanted to form my own opinion. And I wish I would have. I would have saved myself some money. So this was $39.99 with shipping in taxes was $62. This was $29.99 plus tax. Bumps it up to I think 32 something, 33 bucks. So honestly, the most this car's worth is $39.99, which I have a hard time paying for it. But me paying $62 of tax and everything, and then taking, I think, 11 or 12 days, which is in the 10 to 15 day range, so they didn't lie about that. This took me driving right down the street to what do you call it, to Marshall's, and it says their competitor price is $40, which is $39.99, which makes sense, and then I only paid $29.99. It is the same battery, just stuck a different sticker on there. It is the same controller, same milliwatt charging. I looked at the size of the motor, I looked at the board, I looked at this, I looked at the suspension, I looked at the steering motor, I looked at the adjustability. It's kind of a rant. It is the same exact car. The only thing this car had was there was just plugs where you plug in like the motor, and the steering was 2 plugs, and then it did have an available plug for lights. This had no, the plug wasn't there. This was all soldered because I took the cover off. The same exact steering. The good part is the way the mechanism is. You can easily put a servo on there, just to let you know. Obviously, you have to change everything else. So yeah. So you may see the housing right here is removed off of this one, off the Hellcat. I was going to do the run video for the Hellcat, and the weather got crappy and I got bored. So I removed this cover to try to size up different motors. It did not change anything. The motor's still in there. It still spins fine. Everything's just fine, right? So that's no issue. So honestly, and then I stopped doing anything else because I didn't want to change it to do the comparison. And then sure enough, this one showed up, and then I realized the same car. So I'm like, screw this. I don't need 2 of the same cars. So I'm kind of mad about that. So I am going to do this car's first run, which is basically this car. So these will perform exactly the same battery, same motor. I will try 2 different batteries because sometimes you get these as duds. Like one will hold a better charge or one will last longer. So I'll run probably both of these just for fun. These do not last long at all. 15 minutes if you're lucky, 20 minutes max, right? Just to be honest with you, at least from my past experience. This is a little loose. It just needs a spacer on the inside because it has a little hobby grade. Actually, look at that metal hobby grade clip. It just needs a little spacer to keep a little more tension on there. Same, everything else is the same exact freaking thing. Same size motor, same everything. So it'll perform exactly the same. So there's no point doing a separate run for these. No point anything else. I just need to address that. So honestly, I'd stay away from Banggood for this product. There's tons of products that are amazing, like the WLTO's car for $57 with 2 batteries, and then a little $24 car with shipping is like $29.99, which is cheaper than Amazon. The little gray car, the drift returns too. So honestly, there's great products on Banggood. Let's not knock it, because there's products that are better and cheaper on Banggood. Takes a little bit longer. That is it. Okay, so this one just happened not to be one of those good ones. I don't want to drag it through the mud too much. So plans really quickly, because this is kind of a mixed video. So this will technically be the first one for both of these. They're the same exact car. So this will be the first one for the Hellcat and this. I'm just going to run this car. Doesn't matter which body is on. It's going to run the same, right? So plans. This one is gonna stay with this body. I may put the Hellcat body, doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave this one factory for the comparison and test and stuff, right? For a baseline. And then this one, I've already began to mod. I already removed the cover. I stole the board out of here because it's not gonna need it for what I plan on doing for it. So the board went into the gray car, which you'll see the video before or after this. And I saved the little drift returns to the little WRX body. The little gray car, I saved it. It worked perfectly. This right here on the inside, when you open this, there's indication saying this board or this car itself can handle 7.2 to 9 3.6 volts. So that tells me that little board I put in that little car can handle a lot of power. It may put out, even now, because I can almost smell the motor a little bit, it may even now put out a little too much power. I do have the 3.7 volt battery hooked up to it. I'll mess with that later. It's hard to do it one-handed. So I have the gray car running perfectly. It's running off the same 3.7 volt battery. It's using this controller, theoretically. I need this controller for the other car. And really quickly, mods for this. Rip this plastic cover off. Put a hobby grade steering servo, which will hook right up. Then I'm going to put, obviously, a receiver. I don't know if, I'm probably going to get everything off either Bango to Amazon. So I think I'm going to get the receiver and controller all in one combo, full proportional, of course, steering and throttle. And then I'm going to do like a 20 amp or 10 amp ESC, depending what size motor I put on here. And then obviously a battery, and then obviously a bigger motor back here. And then we'll change these tire chairs depending if we want to drift or track it. We'll see. That's later to come. So between my experiments, I figured out that you can fit a 540. It just rubs on the back of this tire with spacers. You can technically fit a 540. That's just too much. This little tiny motor, I'd probably recommend a 380 or something in a 400th range. I'll see what we can get. Actually, the Jada motor, my extra one, I stuck it on there. And I was trying to adjust it, and I broke one of the teeth off the gear because those little gears are like heated or soldered or something. I couldn't get it off. That's another story, but I still have that motor, so I'm not going to use that one. I'm probably going to use a 380 or something custom I order. I'm going to order everything from one site so you guys can duplicate what I'm doing. So basically, I'm going to put a servo here, receiver, ESC, battery, motor. And I'll do step-by-step, more shorter, more precise instructions for you guys. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to have, my editor should be hopefully joining me here soon to edit them, clean them up, and actually point stuff in a video and give very important information typed at the bottom, or, you know, tips or anything that I later think of course. So super excited. I wanted to do this really, really fast. I apologize. There's no need for an in-depth review and unboxing of that crap. So it's really quickly, oh no, I'll show you that in a video. The gray car is brought back. And then I also fixed that one battery that the connector was, the wires were reversed. I fixed that problem. I just crisscrossed the wires. Don't do that normally. Make sure your polarity is correct. If I had a voltmeter, I could have checked it. So that little gray car is running. We can battle against the WL Toys, but I want to wait till the new one comes because that one is truly out of the box. This one technically, the one in there technically has a better board. I can handle more voltage. I don't know if it's better or worse. I don't know. We'll test that against the stock one, see if that one has more umph, right? And then those one options I listed 1 and 2 on that video, I still can do those options to this one or this one. Your guys' choice. Let me know. So this one's going to get fully modded. The little gray one's going to get more mods as we go. And then I'm going to try to probably keep the other little orange one, the GTR, the R35 stock. And I'm going to try to keep this one stock. That way we have a baseline for comparison, right? So that's it. And then there's going to be the versus battle against the modified one, against the Jada modified. And then I'm going to try to get a 9.6 volt battery so we can do stock battery, Jada, stock, you know, stock this car, see which one's better. Obviously the Jada is $39.99. This one was $39.99, but the shipping got it for $62. So it is the total. So that's a rip right there. That's going to lose in that aspect. But maybe the modded one will do a comeback. We don't know yet. But I just have to be straight up honest with you guys. So what I'm going to do is grab both of these batteries. We don't need this charger. Take this car out. Rip it. I'm not lying. It's been raining and snowing in Cincinnati, guys. Like, it's been terrible. But look at that road right there. It is dry. That's all I need. It is rough. It's not a good surface for drifting. The drift video that I did with the Jada would have been much smoother, much better, and much more continuous drifting if I had a smoother surface, which I'm going to look into, like a nicer parking lot that's been seal coated, or a garage or a gym or something like that. We're going to find a location and start sticking with it that's much better. That's going to be better for these drift cars, right? To make the videos nicer for you guys. I really like the head cam sound off if you liked it. I thought it was a good view, especially when you're drifting and it's coming around and you can look at it. Like, I need to get lower. My back hurts though. I'm going to get my fiance with a selfie stick. Probably have to have more than one camera. There's going to be lots and lots of changes for the channel. Since the first time I cashed out my AdSense, I'm going to pretty much put all that money back in the channel for you guys. Don't forget the Amazon gift card. I would enter in that. Someone's going to win the $50 card. I have ways, and I am going to check. Hopefully no one tries anything silly or tries to make more accounts, or I have to verify stuff, make sure you're a subscriber. I have ways of doing all that. Please just enter. You have a really good chance. It's not going to be millions of people, okay? like you have a really good fair chance for everyone, and I just want to share that with you guys, right? So we're gonna finally get factory drift, basically Hellcat or whatever body, doesn't matter, it's the same car. We're gonna get that, well, not drift, we're gonna get that run video. I don't know if we can drift, we'll try, obviously, and we'll go from there. So just want to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna throw on my shoes and my coat, and I'll see you guys outside. How's it going, guys? And welcome to RC Cincy. Today is gonna be the first one for the, I don't even know what brand this is. It was something silly like Sunny something. And then obviously the Hellcat, which is made by like NKNO or something weird like that. I don't know. I'll have it in the title exactly. But basically I found out that both of these cars are the exact same thing, just different bodies is literally the only difference. So this is the one from Banggood. It's basically the same exact thing. The rims are different and the body's different. That's literally it. So I have two of the nickel cadmium batteries, see if one is crappier than the other. But we're just gonna have some fun, try to drift, at least drive it around, get you an idea of the speed, its capabilities. Obviously it has all or nothing non-proportional steering and non-proportional throttle, so it's either all or nothing for both. Same cheap controller, you can move it to this side. I did the unboxing for the Hellcat. I did a really short 9-minute video talking about this car and its disappointments, but hopefully you got the one from from Marshall's for $29.99, and we'll see if it's good or not. Definitely for $62 from Banggood is not. Obviously it's $39.99 and then shipping fees and everything. It might be cheaper where you live at, I don't know, but the base price was $39.99. Don't forget taxes and shipping. That's hilarious, I burped when I said that, shipping. So let's turn on the controller, and then we'll flip over the car and turn on the car. This has we're doing the Hellcat battery, the one that came with the Hellcat, the whatever brand that is. So we'll do that nickel cadmium battery first. So let's slide on the hat. It worked pretty well last time, it wasn't bad. I'm gonna try to like kind of follow and keep with it. So here we go. And this is full throttle right now. Oh, it kind of needs to build up speed. Let's go down all the way down the street and build some speed up. That's about almost top speed there. Which way is it pulling? Hold on, let's fix this. So it's pulling a little bit to the right. So let's move that notch in the opposite direction a little bit. So if it's going to the right, let's try a little bit this way. Let's try one notch that way. Is the opposite direction. So let's try one notch opposite direction. Here are the notches. Try notches one notch at a time. That is full throttle. I guess we could do a range test. It should be 2.4 gigahertz, so it should go all the way down there for sure. Yeah, I didn't think that would be an issue. The range on these things are pretty good. It's definitely pulling. We may have pulled that the wrong way. Let's try the other way. So if you're flipping it and it's pulling to the right, let's try to your left. One notch. Let's try that. Is it doing it worse or is it just me? Let's try two notches in the opposite direction. Let's try two notches both ways and see if one of them fixes it. Let's try two notches this way. So that's center. Let's check this out. So this is center 1 and 2. I like the clickiness, the notches. It's not like the cheap white ones where you like move slowly to each side and it's not as clicky. Look at that. Yeah. We got it trimmed, my friends. It just needed 2 instead of 1. There we go, we're running it full speed. That's just full speed, so it's nothing, you know, crazy. Let's see if we can somehow get it to drift. Probably a wet surface. It does have those like cheap, like squishy, not squishy, but like there's no foam in the middle, so it's kind of like edge bows in a little bit and then comes back up. It's such a weird tire. But this is full throttle and then turning really hard. I doubt it has differential in it. It's probably a solid axle, I would imagine, hopefully. That's full turning right there. Oh, maybe it does have differentials. Hold on, let's find out really quickly. Yep. Dang it, it ain't got a solid locked axle. So that would totally suck for drifting in if we did have the power. Maybe if we have different wheels, it can drift a little bit. Dude, this is not a good $40. Well, for $29.99 and just ripping around the like a street or a parking lot, maybe okay for a kid, but honestly, there's other cars I would buy for $30. Hence the little tiny HB drift returns car. I would rather buy that all day long. This is probably honestly going to be a dud, even for the $29.99 price. Definitely for $62 what I pay for Banggood is a complete rip-off. It's such a headache with them. I don't know about the return policies and stuff like that, but honestly, I would not buy this. Oh, let's stay away from that water. So this is definitely both of them. I was gonna mod one and keep one as a baseline, but this baseline is so garbage, honestly. I mean, this might be fun for someone. I'm not gonna completely knock it, but it's not something I'm interested in. Maybe it spoiled me by, look at all the snow on the front of it. and it does hold 110 scale bodies. You could take this 110 scale body and put it like on a hobby grade car, right? So I guess bodies are not cheap. They're like 15, 20, but it does have a bunch of ugly stickers. So I'm trying to justify it and I can't. Obviously it says it can do 9.6 volts. Why wouldn't they include a 9.6 volt battery in here and make it right? I actually had a 9.6 volt battery connector style that on my tank. It was a brick, it was a different, I could have moved the connector to the top, but it was 9.6 volts and it would have worked perfectly for that because it has the same connector. They should give you, at that speed and performance, they should give you 9.6 volts to up its speed and power. The motor's kind of small, I don't know how long that will last or if it would even work, but it claims on the board it can handle it. That's the main thing. It clearly said it right on there, on the board itself, what it can do. So I'm just being 100% honest with you guys. There are cars like this that actually can take 2 of those battery packs on them and it can do supposedly 70 kilometers an hour. And I don't know about Banggood. Sometimes they fib on a couple of things or ride it in a weird way or something. I don't know, but this is like an average normal RC car. Like, I don't know, maybe on a straightaway getting a little bit of speed is maybe it's a little faster than when you get like a Walmart. Maybe it's the same speed, I don't know. But like, I am totally not impressed, not for the price range. Definitely for the $29.99 price range, it's not worth it. You might as well spend 10 more bucks plus the taxes and get you the drifting Fast and the Furious car. You'd be better off with that. I'm talking about the bigger one, not the little one. The one that's rechargeable, the one that has a 9.6 volt battery in it. I would go with that route. And this batteries already feel like it's getting weaker. Maybe it's the cold. I don't know how well these batteries react to the cold, honestly. Lipos don't like it as much, but I'm sure nickel cadmium really hates it, I would imagine. Man, that is getting slower. Okay, so let's quickly switch batteries. This is actually the battery that came with this one. The other one is from the Hellcat, which is basically the same body, like I said, both 7.2 volts, both 600 milliamps. So I don't think it's really gonna matter, but let's try it. Let's flip it over. Flip the little thing. I do like some of the features, like flipping the thing. I like the 10 scale. Like, it has a couple things, and it clearly says it can handle up to 9.6 volts right there, right on the connector. So so if I plug it up and it burns up, I'm gonna be really, really mad. Well, granted, I do have 2, which I can kind of work with and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely modding the Hellcat. The Hellcat is getting modded. That should not even be, that body shouldn't even be allowed, or this car shouldn't even be allowed to be considered a Hellcat this slow, like the other body one. What's going on? Oh, battery's not in there, seated all the way in there. That's on me. Turn it this way. There we go. You just gotta move, let me flip it this way. You just gotta put in a sense where the connector can be turned or can set in a, why is it not like not wanting to? Jeez, oh Pete. I'll let him pull that connector out of the socket. What's going on now? I'm getting a little frustrated. There we go. Jeez, oh Pete. And then it sits down in there, right? There we go. Boom. Flip it over, put the battery in my pocket so the car doesn't run it over. Uh-oh. Did I turn it off? Do I need to turn it back on? Did I pull the wire out? Let's see. Turn it off and then back on. Turn this off and then turn it back on. There we go. So here we go, the other battery. Oh, wait a minute. This has got a little more pep, right? Right? Am I wrong? That is almost... You hit reverse, and that's how you spin out, but that's bad for the gears. Maybe the other one I ran in, I didn't charge it. You're supposed to do 2 really long charge cycles. I think I did that for the for this battery. I think the Hellcat battery's been sitting there a while, so that might have been on me. So this would probably be a more fair representation. I apologize. So yeah, that it's top speed, which isn't that much faster than what I originally filmed, I would imagine. We get a record or something. This is not interesting. Ooh, get out of that water. I forgot there's like a puddle there. Let's get him a shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. Well, I don't want to break the body. I was going to like wreck it and be stupid, but like, you're not going to accomplish nothing to this body. Oh, one wheel thunder. You heard it spinning there. So that's the first thing I got to remedy on this is the, I don't know if it has like a differential, if it has to have some kind of diff or something allowing one wheel to spin and not the other. So I'm gonna glue that or hot glue it or something to where it's solid. I do have a couple axles I could play with, so I could figure out if it's a 2-piece or if it's it has to be a 2-piece, I'd imagine, right? With a differential in the middle. So I'm gonna figure that out. Like, luckily I have 2. This one has never been taken apart. I didn't want to, but it's not impressive enough. Like, I mean, it's okay. It's fun. Like, it's got a decent little, it's more impressive than the previous. The other one with the dead battery. Like that's not completely terrible. You know what I mean? I give it a little more credit now. Honestly, the other one was just a dead battery. And I'm sure this one's not going to last long. I wonder if I could break loose on the salt. Sad when you got to find salt to break loose. Oh, it wanted to. It wanted to. Dude, on 9.6 volts, I bet you this would break loose all day long. Oh, almost. I bet you on 9.6 volts, this would be so much better and so much more interesting. I technically have a 9.6 volt battery. I could put the connector on it. You know what? I keep forgetting I have a hobby grade charger and that I could theoretically put this connector, which I have a bunch of extra ones, on one of the on that battery, and I could punch in how many cells. So I could punch in 3 cells, I could punch in the voltage, and I could punch in the milliamp. Or no, you punch in 3 cells and then the voltage, I think. I could theoretically charge that battery with my hobby grade charger as long as there's a connector on there. Huh. So I'm gonna charge that battery, put that connector on there, and see if this thing deserves a 9.6 volt battery. So it's not really a mod, it's just equivalent to the Jada mod where it gets a battery, right? So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Luckily a subscriber, I'm gonna give you guys, I forget his name, I apologize. He actually was asking if you can do the battery mod on the Jada, but with like not cutting any connectors. And apparently he found the SP2 or whatever that weird connector is. He actually labeled the name, thank you so much, that's awesome, of the actual connector. And he found a 9.6 volt 1000 milliamp battery that is 3-cell, I guess, and that will work for that. Hopefully it's a 3-cell and only 9.6 volts. Or really the cells doesn't matter, as long as it's only 9.6 volts and it's whatever kind of battery that is. Like, make sure to do your research on all that. But he apparently found one that you can get with that connector and the, 1000 milliamps and that weird connector. So that's awesome, dude. I'm gonna have him share that with us. I'm gonna look it up myself. I think he said he got it on Amazon. Oh, get out of that water. Reverse, baby. That reverse is mean on this thing. Dude, I tell you what, with this recharge battery, it has a good little top speed. Look at that. It's still picking up speed. Hold on. I know we're going a little bit downhill, but like, I really want to see its top speed. There it is right there. So that's not completely terrible. Like, I've seen worse cars and slower cars. This is more like a rip around a little track that steering does, honestly. The steering does take a while to turn. It can't turn really sharp. The angles are bad, you know what I mean? I don't want to ruin this car just yet. Like I said, I'm going to put that connector on there and charge that battery, and that's what it needs. I don't think that deserves its own video. I'm going to try to quickly go in there and connect that connector on here and charge that battery, throw it in here, and do a run with it. I'm gonna drive back towards the car. And I tell you what, my only regret is I didn't buy a car cover for my car and put it in a driveway or in a garage or something somewhere. But what people don't realize is that's a daily driver. I'm not gonna baby that car. I'm gonna have fun with it and enjoy it. I absolutely love that thing. Let's see if I can take out one of these little piles of snow. Boom! Oh! And now I'm stuck under my car. Wonderful. No! Oh, okay. Didn't do anything. Let's give it a little shaky. Want to get all the moisture off of it. Look around, there's no car coming. Scorcher! Take out another pile. Boom! Oh, look at that smoke. Oh, my steering wheel came off. I actually lost that the other day too. It kind of pops off, but it works good enough. So I'm just gonna gently bang it. Gently bang it, that's hilarious. Let's say the little motor casing helps. Electronics being in that case does help, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So guys, there she be. So we're gonna run inside. Let's see, 16 minutes plus 9. This is not getting out of hand. We'll quickly fix up a connector. We'll charge up a battery, and if I can't do it or something doesn't match up, I'll let you know. But that's what we're gonna try to do. What was that noise? I don't know. But anyways, look at the birdies, feeding the birdies. So we're gonna try that, guys, and then I'll get back to you here in a minute, let you know if it's a success or not, right? And then I'll do a quick little run with it. So I went inside, I realized that it's not gonna work. So what I need is basically a balanced charger to charge the 9.6 volt battery. There was one built in and a jaded, of course, I removed it. Don't remove that. That's the only way you can charge that battery. I have no means of charging that unless I buy a specific charger for that, if I could find it. So honestly, what I recommend is buying a 9.6 volt nickel cadmium battery, the Tamiya connector, the little green ones. And there's little lines, like little, I guess to make the box a little bit smaller. You can cut those, remove those, and you can fit the 9.6 volt battery, which I plan on doing. There's probably one or two I'd recommend. There's one with a charger, one without one. My hobby grade charger will charge that battery, so I don't need to get it with the charger. It's only a few bucks cheaper. I'd recommend at least getting like a 2000 milliamp 9.6 volt. It should fit. I'm going to show you guys that it does. That'll be in a later video when I start modding the actual car. So there's lots to come to that car. I just want to go ahead and end this and have the conclusion for it. Honestly, that car, if you paid 30, not so bad, but man, I don't know what Banggood's thinking trying to sell that car out the door with taxes and shipping in my area for $62. That's nuts. Even though it has the car for $39.99 and then to add all these things, that's how they kind of get you a little bit. But there are products available on it that are fair, cheap, reasonably priced. Like I said, the little HB Drift Returns 2 card, that thing was amazing. Don't worry, I have the replacement for that coming. I have a Frankenstein version because I did save that car. It's absolutely crazy. Wait till you see that. And tons of other stuff to come, other comparison videos. I could just go on and on. So might as well just share those with these videos when the times comes. Don't forget about the Amazon giveaway, $50. It'll be, the giveaway will end, it'll end February 28th at 5 p.m. and then at 6, I'm gonna announce the winner. I may end up doing the random generator. I don't know, we'll see. It depends how many entries there are. If there's enough, or I could write the name down and cut them out and put them in a hat. I'd rather do that, but we'll see what happens, guys. So there's hope for this car. Hopefully we can save it with a 9.6 volt battery. If not, of course I could do other mods, but I like to, you know, not have to do all that. That'd be nice. I was hoping much better for that, and that was on me, guys. So don't worry, there's tons of other content to come. other mods, other comparisons, other cars, so don't worry about that. But I just wanted to show you guys the run video because everyone's been asking. This is the same exact car. That's the Hellcat. So if you don't see the Hellcat body on it, it's the same car. It performs the same. I was just fortunate enough to get that car for a reasonable price at $29.99. That's more reasonable. So it's the same car as the one I'm featuring right now. Whatever weird brand this is, Sunny or whatever. The other one is, I think I have a controller here, is NKOK. So that's the brand of the Hellcat for $29.99. I was super happy with that. They also have a Mustang version. And then the other brand was like some weird Sunny something company, Extreme something. It's not even technically a drift car. I don't know why I was looking into that. So, but hey, it happens. Lesson learned, spend a little much money. But as you'll find in other videos, having two of those cars that actually, I stole the board out of one of them and resurrected my little car, which you'll see a video on that. Hopefully you watch that. That's really interesting. And I just did another mod to it. I made it crazy. So that should be in this coming up video for its first run for the Frankenstein car. So I call it the Frankenstein car because it has like parts from other companies. So I think it's cool though. And I'm still going to do the 1, 2, 3, whatever one you guys select, like as a mod, the different, ways. Like one comes with like the controller and the board, the other one's like a 2-in-1 combo. Just watch that video for the actual resurrection of that car is what I should have named the video. But don't worry, the factory one's coming as well, and then it's going to be compared to WL Toys. It's going to be comparison mod videos, just tons of stuff to come, guys. I go on and on. So let's cut this where it's at. Let's leave it where it's at. So unfortunately, I'll probably get like 1 day shipping on that battery, 9.6 volt, and then we'll take it back out, see if it's worth it to do it or worth your hard-earned money, you know? That's what I'm trying to figure out for you guys. So thanks for watching, as always. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.